We talking shit, yeah. We talking shit, baby, yeah. We're talking shit, yeah. We talking shit, baby, talking shit, baby. Yeah. We talking shit, yeah. We talking shit, baby, yeah. We're talking shit, yeah. We're talking shit, baby, talking shit, baby. Yeah.
You know what, though? How much do you miss that place now?
Not at all.
Come on.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Your place?
No, his old
The place
place.
with no door?
Yeah.
You know how small that fucking shithole was?
Yeah, but like...
Do you remember what I lived in before that?
Do you remember how little responsibility you had?
Yeah.
I don't think I ever knew
could flip
Jason
a
when he
quarter
lived
of
in
weed,
Venice.
And my unemployment checks covered everything. I know. It's like...
It was a good life.
But it's all relative. It's relative.
Yeah.
I also didn't have,
food.
All the other stuff. I had food.
Children.
There's Gabby's was up the way. The Whaler was right around the corner. Hananos.
Are you on
Plenty of
Washington?
food.
Were you on Washington?
I lived 26th Street
Yeah.
and Oceanfront. There's like this little tiny ass place I rented for a minute. I lived in like 17 places in Venice, Joe. Like
I lived in like 10 or 11.
so I almost moved into where you lived.
Oh, the place. On,
Yeah, like I looked at that and then I moved down to by Rose instead.
One of my favorite videos is when you stormed into my house and you didn't know I was filming you, and you go, "I need money for weed," and I go, "There's a big change." Like there was a bowl full of change. I go, "There's change in there," and you start going through it, and you're like, "There are no quarters. It's just nickels."
It's a lot of change.
And I go, "So count it out," and you're literally going 5, 10, 15, 20.
It's like just a few bucks short of a gram, I think. I don't know.
And he was going, "It's about to close," and he had like 3 minutes before the dispensary closed, and he was throwing a shit fit counting pennies. You don't miss that.
I had anxiety.
Is that why you smoked weed?
Yeah.
Do you think?
Dude, I have PTSD. Like hardcore.
Really?
Like, yeah. I witnessed horrible things. You know this.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, it helps me sleep at night. And like, it's anti-inflammatory,
You have
anti-aging.
PTSD from your time at war?
No, well, like my biological dad went to war and then he brought it home. You know?
You have second generation PTSD.
Fucking...
I didn't know.
When do we start the show, dude?
I didn't know it was genetic.
I'm like, I struggle with the English language. Oh, why? Oh, my dad was an immigrant.
That's actually not far from true.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. Because you would
help me with my homework, Dad.
Yeah.
It was your stepfather, though.
No, my real dad.
Oh, your real dad
was a soldier.
Okay.
And then that's the person we had to run from him. He was
Buffalo
like,
soldier.
He like hunted us down for a minute, and like it was pretty scary. It was like those 48-hour shows or something.
Do you know where he is now?
He's dead.
When did he die?
He died probably around 2000.
Are we recording? Oh, cool.
Yeah, I think I don't know when he died. I have to look it up. I have to look it up, man. I lost really connection with him when I was 5.
Never contacted him again.
I saw him when I was 19 once.
How do we not know this?
We talked about it.
Oh, we did? It wasn't that important?
He just didn't listen.
No, it was just, we only did 500 different shows. So, like, imagine that.
499.
It's lost in the canon.
499 episodes. I never said, "Who's your dad?"
So do you know your dad?
I think Provenzo was like, "Jason, tell me something depressing." And then they went into a childhood story, I think. And he goes, "You never let me down, bro." When I ask you to let me down, you never let me down.
Yeah, you've let me down a lot, though.
Oh,
like today.
Then you have ungodly expectations.
No, I don't. All I asked for one thing.
A song.
A song.
Oh, yeah, sure. What? Like, you just want a song. I don't have anything to do. I drove 75 miles to come see you.
It is not 75 miles. It's probably about 35.
It's about 80 round trip.
Hey,
it's 40 here.
You know what's amazing? We have this thing called Google now.
It's 40 miles from my house to here.
Okay, that's not a big deal.
In California.
There's people
it is
that are listening that are going, I drive that every day.
Yeah, and they live.
Yeah.
That's 20 minutes where they live though,
Jason,
because they're going like 80.
and
they don't have to wait for some.
I do
What's
shows.
the math on that?
I do shows on the Comedy and Magic Club all the time. Where are they? Where's the Comedy and Magic Club?
halfway to my house.
Yeah.
Not halfway.
Well, it's
It
another
is.
20 minutes to Jason.
Yeah, no,
Long,
no.
Okay, Long Beach Laugh Factory.
By the way, you just told me the other day it took you an hour and a half to get to the Comedy and Magic.
Took me 5 hours to get to Palm Springs.
No, it's a hike
did you go
down
to
there,
Palm
man.
Springs?
Because
Thursday
once
night.
you get past like Manhattan Beach, everything scoots that way, so it's all just noodle roads to where I live. If you don't have a reason to be there, you're not there. Like that's.
Why'd you move?
Is that
there?
what they say about your area?
That's
you
what
don't have-
I've noticed.
If you don't have a reason
There's
to be
no
there,
miscreants.
you're not there.
There's no interlopers. There's no individuals. Just looking around.
Can we say the area you live in?
Yeah,
Okay. He lives in.
peninsula.
I thought it's
What'd
Palos
you say?
Verdes.
It is. It's the peninsula.
Oh, is that what you call it?
It's the peninsula. Yeah, I live in the
You
peninsula.
should get You've already started a new bumper sticker.
No.
Palos Verdes. If you don't have a reason to be there, what is
The
it?
peninsula.
Wait, no, but what did you say? If you don't have
If
a
you
reason,
don't have a reason to be there, you're not there.
No interlopers.
he and I had a conversation today that I was like, God, why isn't this recorded? He was steering the conversation away from what we had to talk about to the fact that hazelnuts are the new lima beans.
Yeah.
You
You know
want
when you got mixed veggies when you're a kid?
Sure.
There's always a lima bean in there. They're not in there anymore now. It's like corn,
Hazelnuts?
carrots. Well, yeah, if you get mixed nuts, there's fucking hazelnuts in it. You got almonds, cashews,
Hold on.
pecans.
I don't remember lima beans ever being
Yeah.
in there.
Not in your nuts. They're in your mixed veggies. It's the unwanted nut.
You're saying it's the unwanted nut in the nuts, the way
It's
lima
the new
beans was
lima
the
beans.
unwanted vegetable in your mixed veggies.
Exactly.
The old Talkin Shit, I would have said you were the unwanted nut. But I'm not.
We're all nuts.
I've changed.
Nobody wants us.
That's what we need to talk to the listeners about, how we've changed, right, Jason? This is a new Talkin Shit. It's Talkin Shit Redux. We're a different show.
I haven't changed.
I don't think
You haven't at all.
No, I
Have
haven't
we-
changed.
have
Joe's
we-
the exact same
I'm the
person.
exact same. I'm the thing that's to keep the show going. No one wants to hear about your kids.
No, we
Who's
don't
got
want
cocaine? I'll do it. Not at the rehab center, but outside.
Yeah, so we are doing the show right now in a rehab center. This is a former rehab center in Malibu. And
I think it's current rehab center.
the journey
do
is
they
amazing.
still do AA meetings in here?
No,
Okay.
former rehab.
That'd be
center.
hilarious if they do, because we're sort of an AA meeting.
It didn't smell like cigarettes outside.
Yeah, that's how you can tell an AA
Yeah.
meeting.
Like you roll up, it's like, ooh, ashtray.
I've
I like
gone-
everywhere but Malibu. It's in the basement of a church.
You ever go to an AA meeting?
No.
You ever go to an AA meeting?
Of course.
What do you mean? Of course. You're like, I catered them.
I actually went to them in high school for fun. I had a friend that had to go, so I would just go with him.
Okay, I had the same story,
Yeah.
but now obviously yours
Did
is
I
better.
stomp your story?
Yeah,
Psychically, bro. Just
go ahead.
took it out of the
I'd
ether.
rather hear yours.
It's not exciting.
Oh, mine's exciting.
Well, there you go.
There was a rape.
I like that we're on spring training
is
for
rape
the
exciting?
podcast.
Because it happened at the
We
AA
haven't even
meeting while
started
we were
yet,
all
but we
there.
already started.
At the AA meeting.
Why did you do it?
No,
There's
I'm
a rape at an aim.
at an AA meeting.
How the fuck?
That's a rape.
And if you join our Patreon, you can
It's his sizzle
you can
lead-in.
hear the whole story.
It's his hyperbolic headline.
So you only get 20 minutes of this free.
There's a
At the
rape.
20-minute
There's
mark.
alliteration, too.
At the 20-minute mark, this show's over for those of you who don't Patreon it. That's the only way we can make enough money to get Jason to come 40 miles from. We've got to pay.
I have a question for Jason, but I'm waiting till we're official until the show started.
I think it officially started.
It rolls. It's a rolling start.
I don't know. Or is it a rolling
was
Did we
rolling
start?
ever
start.
like, hey everybody, welcome to Talkin
Yeah,
Shit?
we've never done that.
Yeah, we used to.
No, we didn't.
Yes, you did.
I don't
You were
think
always the lead-in. You always brought it in.
I don't think so. Ernie,
Ernie, he always brought it in. Yep.
did I? Did I say
You
what?
plug. You did. You opened up with like this.
Yeah, I'll
this,
do that.
plugs,
I'll do that when you
business.
guys aren't around, and then I'll edit it and give it to Ernie, and he'll
That's
put it
the
in.
new Eddie.
I don't know if I can do. That's impossible because we live stream it and video it. We can't do that. So
You don't welcome
to
people?
Talkin Shit. I'm your host Eddie Ifft with my
Yeah, you can.
my
You just did.
left hand man Jason Auer. Here he is. Hi, Jason.
Hi, how's it going, Eddie?
Boy, you really know how to slow it down. We're back. Same chemistry, same show, different location. But what I wanted to tell you is, no, I went to one AA meeting. Two. I went to one because my buddy got a DUI and I kind of helped cause it.
Uh-huh.
And then I went to another one with a girlfriend that I thought needed AA. And she was just a raging, like, party animal, like crazy, you know, like go out doing coke all night, not showing up, like not coming home. And I broke up with her. And I'm like, no, you got a problem. I'm not getting back together with you unless you like change. So she's like, all right, I'll go to like AA. And I was like, all right. She's like, you got to come with me. So she's
You're like, I don't need AA.
Yeah, I was like, I don't need it. I need more alcohol. So I was like, I'll go with you. So I went to one in Santa Monica and I go into the AA meeting with her. And she was just like, she would party. She partied hard. But like people got up and told stories that I was like, oh my God. Like everyone's like, and then, you know, I started doing heroin again. And then I was blowing everybody and for this and blah, blah. And the stories were just getting worse and worse and worse. And we walked out and I looked at her and I go, you don't need to go here anymore. like that. But I think I don't know if there's a degree of them.
Yeah.
But I think she found
those people fuck each other too, I think. Don't they?
AA people?
We have a couple
they like
guys in
party
the room
together
that know.
without partying. They do, don't they? They get hooked up.
Yeah.
I knew it. Damn it.
Sam, you ever fuck anybody through AA?
The 13th step.
Yeah.
That's the 13th step.
I had a feeling, man.
Yeah. Well,
Ooh.
this show's sponsored
Tonight's
by an
gonna
addiction
be-
center. Did
Is
you know
it?
that? Yeah. I swear to God.
Good.
Yeah.
I haven't drank since the pandemic started.
Since the pandemic started?
Yeah. Like, I mean,
You've lost so much weight.
no, I haven't.
I know.
I actually spent 12 weeks on my back this year.
Why?
Spinal surgery.
Laziness.
Yeah. Stupidness. No, I fucked up my back.
I remember. And did I not call you and check on you all the time when your back was sore?
No. I don't think you even knew it happened.
I did know. And I did. Are you losing your mind? I called you all the time to see how your back felt.
Oh, well, thanks.
You were on your back for 12 weeks.
Yeah.
In bed. You were Grandpa Joe.
I was on the Chase Lounge in the living room. It sucked. It fucking sucked, dude. Like,
So
How was it for your
wife? Raised your two children, went to work, and you just laid on the chaise lounge?
Well, she was in the office in the other room because
Right.
nobody was going into work at the time either.
So when were you on your back? During the pandemic? Not
I was on
this
my
year.
back. Yeah, like March was when I had the surgery.
March 2022.
This year, yeah, I had
Yeah.
the surgery. So
Can we
like,
see the
first
scar?
quarter of this
And your
year.
wife
Can we
still,
see the
your
scar?
wife still works from home.
Let me see the scar.
Yeah, well, no, I mean they're on partials or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, you want to see it?
Here we go.
This is going to be good.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh my God.
That's your ass crack.
Yeah.
Is it good?
Well, your ass crack or the scar?
The scar.
No offense, Jason.
There's two back there.
Right.
Like,
But let me tell you something. I swear to God, show the camera your scar.
Yeah.
It looks like a 12-year-old did it.
Oh, that's the old one. The old one. Yeah, the fucker retired after he did my like motherfucker. Dude, actually, part of the
I know.
part of the reason.
I feel like if you showed that to any doctor,
Oh no, they laughed.
They
No, my surgeon.
I thought it was a tramp
My
stamp.
surgeon fucking mocked me. Like, started laughing at my scar. He's like, "Holy shit! What did that guy fucking do to
your
you?"
surgeon.
I was like,
should
well,
be
he
an AA.
retired right
I mean,
after.
That looks like he was playing pin the tail on the
Oh
donkey.
no, it's like
and he just
crooked,
went,
all fucked up. The guy.
They pin the scar on the dipshit.
you look like you got stabbed. It's like a stabbing.
That's getting surgery in Cincinnati, Ohio, for you, buddy.
What was that surgery for?
Same thing.
Wait a minute. You can't be like Cincinnati's not like, and there I was in Equatorial Guinea without any money, and they did surgery. You're in Cincinnati
Ohio.
has good hospitals.
They're okay, yeah. Bethesda, Oak, or whatever.
Jason, that scar.
Yeah, it's bad.
I've never done surgery. I know I could
Yeah.
do better surgery than that doctor did.
He retired like right after he did my surgery, dude. I don't know. Like,
Are you sure you went to a doctor?
I think so.
Did
But
anybody?
part of this year's surgery was actually scar tissue from the first surgery that I had.
Oh, they had to go through it.
They had to. No, part of what my problem was that there was actually I had the disc was pushing up, And then the scar tissue from the surgery in 93 was shoving down. So I was getting 2 places on the sciatic nerve.
1993.
Mm-hmm.
That's 30 years ago.
Yeah. I did all right. 30 years between surgeries.
Yeah.
And I did a lot of stupid shit between then, too.
I saw you dive on a floor once.
I did all kinds of stupid things with my body. But I didn't, not anymore.
He asked me today, Joe asked me on the way down here how I met you.
I used to walk his dog. Well, I ran the coffee shop.
I ran his
groundwork.
Ran his
Dave Guerrera and I ran it together. I was his assistant. So I was assistant general manager.
Okay. Assistant to the general manager?
No, I was AGM.
Okay.
I used to see him come in. I'd be in the
I had
coffee
good
shop.
benefits there, dude. Vacation and all that shit. It's nice.
I'd be in there getting coffee, and I would see him come in, and I was like, "Who's this guy that doesn't work here, that comes in and tries to run it?" Like
I worked there.
He'd skate in. He'd be like on his big fat skateboard, and he'd walk in, and he'd be like, "What's going on? Why are these cups out?" And he'd walk behind the counter and just get himself a cup of coffee, and he'd be like, "What's up, Juanita or whatever?" Morrow. What's
Morrow's
up?
the man.
And I'm like,
And Jorge,
Who is-
Oh, yeah, dude, of course.
but Jason, I don't think you really had a job there.
I did. I worked there for like 6 years, dude.
Well, I remember when you got a job later, but when I met you, I think you just like knew them well enough. You went behind the counter.
Well, you were coming in the mornings. I opened the shop. That was my shift. I go in at 5.
Right.
And like
AM.
that's how I met you.
You went in
And
at
a lot
5
of-
a.m.?
Yeah. To be open by 6.
Yeah.
Because you have to brew all those pods.
yeah, I
and
gotcha.
set everything up, and
So we didn't get to why don't we have a song?
because I got 2 kids.
It seemed like more was coming, but it did.
That's it. That's all you got.
Ernie, are we doing this? Are we live?
It's been fucking.
We've been live for
Okay, I have a question. I have a question for
Ernie.
Jason.
How's the sound? I want to know how the sound
I've
is.
been saving a question for Jason until I was sure we were going.
Yeah.
All right, Jason. I participated in Eddie's various podcast excursions historically because Eddie takes me on the road, and Eddie's always been nice to me, and he like never makes fun of me in my face or anything. Why are you here? Why do you do this?
Get out, I guess. I mean, I did mention I have 2 kids, right? Okay, there you go.
But you just complained about driving 40 miles.
Yeah, I don't like driving long distance.
You don't?
Drive, did you? Or you drove?
I drove.
Would you like it if we Ubered you here every week? And Ubered you
Could
home?
you even really do that? That's a long fucking
Listen,
Uber.
I guarantee there's a fan out
It comes
there.
out of your pay.
Hold on. No. There's a fan out there that likes you enough that they will pay to have you Ubered here and back. Even better, there might be a fan in your area that will chauffeur you here every week. And you have to sit in the back seat of their car.
And they'll wear a hat.
Do you know this for a fact?
I don't. I'm putting it out there to the shitheads.
Oh, okay.
The shitheads are missing right now. We're trying to get them back. Something like Libsyn or Ernie, where did it go down? Like Apple? Where do we lose all our shitheads? Like that the subscribers are gone now?
Yeah, our server, Libsyn.
Libsyn. They were all on Libsyn and now they're gone. So we got to like
We lost all our subscribers from that shit.
all of them.
What the fuck is up with Libsyn, dude?
Yeah, we're going to put a call into them tomorrow. But that's on my
You're
list.
You're not still using
Honestly,
it, are
it's the
you?
way it should
Yeah.
be.
Is
It's
it-
the way it should be. You should build it back up.
Yeah, we're
again
going to
from
build it
nothing.
back up from
No,
scratch.
that's
like
not
a phoenix
that's-
rising from the ashes.
that's-
Jason,
no.
remember when we started the show? We got 1,000 downloads on the first episode. The next episode, we doubled. The next episode, we had like
But
5
we were
times that.
before Rogan and before all these people.
Are you
and
saying we
also-
can't do it?
I'm just saying there's 10 billion more podcasts
Do you not
now.
believe in us?
I believe in us.
You still have the same.
but I'm
talent.
pragmatic.
Hey, Jason, do you ever go on Pornhub or YouPorn or X Videos or Eskimo Tube or Jerkwire?
Right.
You ever go on any of those?
Of course.
Yeah. Well, did you ever
Have you ever
notice-
done it in VR?
Wait,
Oh my God.
Don't get there yet.
Do you have VR?
Oh yeah. I have 2 VR.
You
sets.
jerk off in VR?
I have.
Okay.
Have you fucked your wife in VR?
No, not yet.
Oh,
Can you do
why?
that?
Well, you can, I'm sure.
Yeah, if
2
you're-
separate functions.
Let's get back to, we'll get to VR porn. What I'm saying is on those porn videos, you ever see the amount of downloads that
Actually, I don't never notice the numbers.
yeah, I look at the numbers,
I never.
and I will tell you,
Look at the numbers.
there's a lot of
I
clicks.
look at the buttholes.
Sure.
There's a lot of clicking going on.
Yeah.
So there,
So you're saying that we have?
there's still enough of an audience out
Is this
there
the
for it.
equivalent of
Porn.
what people really want?
We're like DVDA porn, double vaginal, double anal. We're the equivalent. Maybe just double
If you
anal.
took all the vag out of there, I'd believe it. But
Yeah, we're double
I don't
anal.
know
We're
why,
double anal
There's
porn.
no vag.
No, we're double
This
anal
is a
porn.
sausage
Your
party,
dad
bro.
ad porn, double anal, double anal.
We used to have girls. I don't think we will anymore.
I don't know. I think we will.
I don't think.
What?
April Macy wanted to come tonight. She's in Vegas.
Oh, April Macy.
Oh, you're saying you'll have female guests?
Yeah.
You
Jesme
want
Peluso was.
I like Jessie May.
She's on tour. She couldn't do it. Everybody. It's all about scheduling.
She farted in the microphone last time she was on.
She's the queen.
She's great.
Sometimes
I think it was a fart.
Sometimes
It
you
could
should-
have been something else.
Jason, if there's one female comic you could fuck, where would you start?
his wife is listening to every
Yeah, I don't-
single
yeah.
episode
No,
of this.
before your wife.
Oh, before my wife?
Yeah, before your wife.
Well,
Come on, don't be ridiculous, Eddie. I would never disrespect Jason's wife like that.
I can't honestly think of any of them that I know. You know me, Joe. I'm friend zone J.
What?
I take hookers there.
Friend Zone J.
We've always called him that. Friend
I've
zone
always been a
Jay.
friend zone guy.
He's
I don't
always
know
been
why.
friend
that
zone
is,
Jay.
but
You
it's
did. You
true.
are the only person I've ever known to take a hooker to the friend zone.
Tiffany Haddish? Come on.
I wanted to hang out with her for a minute.
Yeah.
I remember like being interested in hanging out with her.
I don't think Tiffany will ever come on the show again.
Why would she? She's a
Don't think-
megastar
Well, I think she
Well-
would have before the cancellation.
of her.
But you know what? Her case was thrown out.
Oh.
So maybe, but I don't think she'll risk it.
Yeah,
Sounds
the
like came
court
out
of
pretty
opinion,
hard
though.
for in like the Will Smith thing, right?
She take Will's side.
Yeah.
She did. Yeah,
Yeah, she
she's
did.
all up in that.
She's all
Will
up in
Smith.
the Pinkett Smith
Yep.
fam.
I'm surprised you're
well, they're
this in touch
friends.
with all that, Joe.
They're friends.
I was just when Will Smith just started smacking people in
That was a
public,
pretty
it was
fucking
weird for there to be people that were
limpy
not
smack,
against
too.
him. And then Tiffany Haddish was like, "Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just gotta smack people," and you're like, "Oh, that's a weird take," you know?
Yeah, she.
I think Will Smith would have not gotten in trouble if after he smacked Chris Rock, he just went through the crowd and started smacking everyone else.
Yeah,
Like if he
had
smacked
also smacked
every
some white people,
like if Helen Mirren, Ben
Yeah.
Affleck, Sean Penn, if he smacked them all, people would have been like, it would have been like a slow clap into like, this is awesome. Like all these people have needed this. Like
he is.
every one of them just fucking Haley Joel Osment's fucking getting cracked.
I love that. I love that in Eddie's world.
from
Haley Joel
Sixth
Osment
Sense.
He's
still
definitely
invited
there.
to-
Is he
Didn't
still around?
Didn't he win an Academy Award?
I don't think so. Did he?
If you win one, you
I
get
don't
to
think
go.
he won one.
You sure?
Yeah, pretty sure.
He didn't
Do you
get one
remember
for
Haley Joel Osment's speech?
I have a Haley Joel Osment story. I was sitting next to him on a plane one time,
Yeah.
and I recognized that it was him.
And he goes, "I see poor people."
No, he was like, how'd
he
you
looked
get-
at you. He goes,
how'd
"I
you-
see poor people.
How'd you get in first class? So I'm sitting next to him,
I see regional headliners."
and I pass out like I do on every plane, and I wake myself up with a fart. Like, yeah, when you fart and you like, oh, and I'm like, oh, that was me. And then I look at him, and he's looking at me like it, because you're like, I heard that. Did anyone else hear that? And it woke me up.
Smell dead people.
Yeah. I did that joke on stage when it happened. I said, he said, I smell dead people. But he did look at me just like, you're fucking disgusting. And look, we didn't speak. There was no bonding. There was just, I'm the pig that just farted next to you.
In first class.
Yeah, in first class. I feel better.
You paid
if
for it.
I feel better
Sure,
if I did.
It's so much more reasonable to fart in first class where there's space.
Yeah.
Can't fart in coach.
I've never paid for a first class ticket ever. I fly in it a lot.
Neither have I.
You know what? I don't doubt that.
You have a shotgun wound where your back surgery is supposed to be.
I flew with you once. It was not as exciting as I thought it was.
That
gonna
lady
be.
was so angry at me
Where did you guys fly?
because we were talking to each other. It was Seattle.
Did you fly?
We went twice. We went to Austin
we went
and
to
Seattle.
Austin too. Yeah, she's so angry at you.
He did a live show in Austin. It was fucking hilarious.
Drank so fucking much, and I got up there. I was just like,
He froze on stage.
I'm so drunk.
He froze.
I didn't know what to fucking do. I had no idea what to do. I was like, I knew I was going to say something up here. Fuck.
Like tonight, you were just supposed to have a song, but you didn't.
Yeah, well. I haven't played guitar in
how many
years.
songs? Because
Are
you're
you
back?
serious? You don't
Yeah.
even play anymore?
I mean, I can still play. I played a little today. I'm still me.
I haven't played. He goes, I haven't played guitar in years. I mean, I played today a little.
I broke it out today, but
I
honestly,
called him giving him shit about.
I haven't played in a long. I haven't done shit.
What
lately.
are you doing?
Raising kids, bro. That's a job. That's fucking.
Are you
Are
raising them?
you just a straight up house dad?
Yeah, I take them to school in the morning.
Yeah.
And then I come home and I do the dishes. And I usually sneak
The
one.
last night's dishes.
Wait, you're missing a lot of good stuff. And then sneak one what?
Yeah, and then take care of me.
Oh,
You want to know what I do?
You jerk off? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, no one's
Okay.
around. Sure.
What do you use? What's your
Oculus Quest 2.
Oh, wait, hold on. Your wife gets up in the morning. She goes to work.
Yeah.
You take the kids to school.
Yeah.
You do the dishes.
I know
You
everything
VR
else.
jack off.
Vacuum.
You VR jack off.
Then I VR jack off. Then I vacuum.
And then I vacuum.
And I whatever. Put the
This is
clothes
like
in
Mr.
there.
Mom. This is like
I am
2022
totally
Mr.
like
Mom.
I'm like a house dad. I'm a house dad. I'm a house husband. What
Has
is
your
the
wife
word?
ever caught you jerking off?
with your
Nobody's
fucking
ever caught me
goggles?
jerking off,
Ever,
Joe.
historically.
In 50 years, man. Not one person has ever caught me jerking off. And I've made it a point to never get
Have
caught
you ever
jerking
jerked
off.
off in public?
Define.
Like outside.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
In the woods.
In the woods.
Sure.
In the woods.
Have you ever
Like
jerked
when you
off
were
in the woods?
camping?
Talk about weird, man. You're out there like, and it's just open woods.
You were just like strolling through the woods. You're like, I gotta bang one out.
Not as
Take care of me.
I was
Not-
actually working on a log home.
not as weird as for the people that saw you.
They didn't catch me, though.
No one's ever caught him drinking off.
No one's
No,
ever caught
no
me
one.
jerking
Honestly,
off.
Now it's
I've
a
never-
goal of mine.
I've never
Never.
seen him so committed to any one thing ever. He's like, no one's ever caught me jerking off.
Wait a minute. When we had the jerk off contest at the rape cottage,
Well, you didn't catch him.
I wasn't caught. I was in a contest. That's different. That's way
because
different.
Lily, can we get the true story?
What about?
So we sent Lilita upstairs because you couldn't come. So we sent Lilita upstairs.
My wife's totally gonna kill me for this. Go ahead.
This is before you met your lovely
This is
wife.
years,
Years before.
decades.
She knows the story. She banged on the door. You
Right?
kind of got caught.
No, she came in. You don't remember that? You said him.
Jason, I was trying to help.
Oh,
It was a jerk off contest. You still didn't get
I was
caught.
trying to back you out of that story.
it didn't. Nothing
I even,
helped.
I even gave you the look, and you're like, "Oh, she came in."
I have like performance issues with people watching.
But that's
They're
over
like,
now.
You guys were heckling me
You have children.
the whole time. How could you?
How old
Practice.
are your kids now?
My son is 6 and my daughter is 3.
How can you switch subjects like?
That's what I wanted to do.
Don't do that to him.
Immediately from jerking off, a little leap banging on the door. How old are your children?
But you obviously don't have performance anxiety anymore. If you can,
A couple times I did all right, I guess.
couple times. Come on.
I mean, it took a few tries. It's the water in New York, Joe. It's got to be. It really is.
What is?
It's like the fertility. Like you drink that New York water, man.
Were you in
make-
New York when you impregnated your wife?
Both of them.
Why? Why were you there? Is she from there?
No, we were on vacation.
Twice.
You ever
went
been up to Blue Mountain Lake?
Sure. You went to New York twice on vacation. And that's where you impregnated your wife.
Both kids were,
Wow. And that's why you named
Fabricated
them
in New
Bagel
York.
and Bialy.
yeah, Bagel and Bialy.
I love how Joe's trying to turn it all on you, like he doesn't have issues.
He's got massive issues.
Oh, wow.
He hasn't changed in 10 years.
Yeah, that's me. Here I am.
Not at all. Did he tell you he smashed his caddy? Can we not talk about it because of the legal?
No, we can talk about it. I don't.
Oh, motherfucker.
I didn't smash it. I just drove down the street and then some fucking monster smashed it. Yeah.
He got coming the other way.
Yeah. Just driving down the street and then suddenly headlights in my
Guy said, "I hate 1974 Cadillac Sevilles,"
1979.
and just
Yeah.
How to
smashed-
do without the airbag and all that stuff.
Well, honestly, I am regretting now that I swerved at the last minute and he took down the whole driver's side. If I had hit him head on, I'd be the sole insurance claim. But instead, he went off me and then he hit like 4 other people. So now I got to split money with those motherfuckers. But I'm wondering because
Like
he
a
took out my whole
class
side,
action suit.
and then because I got rear-ended once, and there wasn't a spot on it, and the guy's Toyota Tercel behind me was destroyed.
Yeah, it's
So I'm wondering if I had hit this guy, although he was driving a pickup. So, but it was
Oh, it was a pickup. I didn't know that.
but it wasn't an old pickup.
yeah. You don't want to go. I mean,
Yeah, but no airbags. So
But you see how bad his neck is.
yeah, you can see that's why I'm sitting like this.
He's gonna go to your doctor that did your back surgery.
you have problems. You got compressed disc.
Little something in the
Anything
back
down
and
the arms at all?
No,
Or
nothing
that
down the
shit?
arms, back and neck and shoulder.
Yeah, that sucks, dude.
Have we been on 20 minutes yet, Machete?
Yeah, we've been on, but I don't know when we started, so we're at 37 minutes.
Ding the bell.
What bell?
We
Okay.
Hey, it's the first one back, guys. We're rough.
All right. Does anybody want to hear about the
wait. I have to explain.
erectile
I have to
problems I have
explain-
since the accident? And that's where you cut it.
I have
wanna
to. I have
pull
to
this
explain
table
that,
towards-
but it's not gonna. Well, it's too late.
Here you
now.
go. I
That
just
was
want a
the
little
whole-
bit there. I just need it a little bit
Jason-
closer.
Jason just changed the entire setup here with one. The guy Red who works with Machete just set up the whole fucking place. Spent hours in here taping the floor, putting wires, doing a complete production setup, and Jason just grabbed the table like, "Show about me."
No, I just like it
and
was
just
too far
pulled
away.
the table towards himself.
Sliding closer to Jason too. Look at that.
This goes like this.
Yeah.
What I was going to tell
Welcome back, everybody.
What I was going to tell you is the listeners only get 20 minutes free of the show, and then they have to pay the Patreon to get into the remaining. So I wanted to have a cliffhanger every 20 minutes, like at the 20-minute mark, so that they'll want to, but we missed the cliffhanger.
That's all right. Ernie's just going to pick the best moment and cut it right there.
No, he
Oh,
won't.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ernie goes,
All right.
no, I'm not going to ever do anything for this show.
I just found this message right before the show, and I want to read it because I like it that much. It's the only one we got.
And cut it right there.
Wait, not yet.
Those are
This
pretty.
is an
What are
amazing-
Here's what it
those are
said.
nice. Those
Eddie,
lenses are
I've been
good.
to most of your shows. I'm a big fan of yours, and I used to be a fan of Joe Praino.
Wow, is that true?
Hey,
What?
listen, hold on.
And cut it right there.
I don't know if you remember the night you met me in Tahoe. Joe and I went off to his hotel room, and I haven't told anybody this, but Joe is not the guy you think he is.
And cut it right there.
Don't cut yet. Let's just say the police in Tahoe don't come when you're screaming. I was screaming.
Oh, I came when they were screaming.
Wait, I'm not done. She goes on to say, I have never felt so cut. If you want to hear the rest of this story, go to our Patreon. No, here, this guy said, Eddie, I'm one of those. This is from Brian Lenoweaver, who I know a lot of shitheads because we got to know a million of them.
Yeah.
There were like so many, and we're like friends with a lot of them now. Like I've kept like a bunch of them in my life.
Yeah.
And some of them are like really good
Travis
friends.
from Longville.
I saw one time
Travis from
skiing,
Knoxville.
Yeah, Travis,
Those-
Longville,
all those
Knoxville.
guys.
Anyway,
All the people from the Villes. All the Villes.
I've never met this one before, but he said, Eddie, I'm one of those, I ain't paying for a podcast, guys. I'm paying for your podcast. You guys did have the best fucking show ever. I learned so many awesome comedians from your show. I've seen so many awesome comedians live. And the moment that outshines them all, the epitome of all that talking shit means, sitting on the bingo bus next to Joe Praino in Salt Lake City.
Hell yeah.
Your show that night was amazing, and now I live in Minnesota, so I hope I'll catch you next time you're here. Anyway, glad to support the show. I'm so looking forward to it. If we figure out how the fuck to get this code into Apple.
10,000 lakes.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
That's where you go from that. Your little tidbit of knowledge
Little
about the
Minnesota.
state of Minnesota.
I've been there once.
I remember being on the bingo bus
Fucking cool.
in
Salt Lake. I
Yeah.
do too. Do you remember this guy?
I don't.
What if we all moved to Salt Lake?
Seems
Do you talk sometimes just to talk?
No, I mean that's a good place.
Mormon.
Good apocalypse.
All I remember
place.
about our trip to Salt Lake. Do you remember when we had to leave Salt Lake on
The
the bingo
Mormon
bus?
guy gave us all the beer.
Bud made us drive around Salt Lake 3 times to go to that fucking Starbucks where he wanted to get he collects mugs. I've never hated anybody as much in my whole life as the time that Bud made me drive in circles in Salt Lake because he needed a
He was
fucking
collecting
mug
Starbucks.
from
Who
Starbucks.
was the guys that had the meltdown and like really fucking went nuts on that trip?
Oh,
Did you throw
pork
somebody
Pork
off?
bun.
Pork
We
bun.
threw pork bun off the
Pork
trip.
bun.
Do you know pork bun too? Oh,
No.
He threw a guy off.
Why did
the
I call him pork
tour.
bun?
When I was when we were in Seattle, I went on like Yelp or Chowhound or something and was like, "What are we eating here?" Like I was like starving, and then there was one place on Yelp. It was like, "Oh, you got to get the pork buns from this place," and I was like, "Yo, fuck it, we're going to this place right by what's the market?"
yes.
Yeah,
The market.
yeah. I was like, "We're going to whatever and getting these pork buns," and then it was hilarious. 'Cause I dragged like 4 people from your show there. I was like, we gotta go. They say these pork buns are the best. 5-star Yelp reviews for these fucking pork buns. And then he walked back on the bus, and Eddie goes, "What are you eating?" He goes, "I got a pork bun." And Eddie goes, "Yep, that's your fucking name, pork bun." And I was like, "Oh, I made this kid eat pork buns. I made all these people eat pork buns."
And pork bun got fired.
He might be out there still.
Oh, he's out there. He
dude,
runs comedy shows.
Does he really
Yeah.
still?
What's his name?
Pork bun.
Antonio? No.
Pork
something
bun.
Like that. Paul Antonio. Yeah, Paul Antonio.
Yeah, I've never seen him again. I just know that he lost it on me. He was
He's
like,
big in the Claremont comedy scene. He runs a lot of shows out
Like
in the
Claremont out there down
yeah.
in
Dude, you
Anaheim
know-
or
Claremont.
where?
you know,
Pomona.
you know, people.
You can't run a fucking comedy show in Pomona without Pork Bun coming to get his 10%.
You know how people pod check. Like whenever somebody talks about you on a podcast, you get like a tweet or a message somewhere, Instagram. They go, "Hey, they're talking about you on blah 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 2618." You know, somebody
Pork
from
bun?
Claremont is listening to this.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, "I know Pork Bun."
Yeah.
And Pork Bun's going to hear this now. And then I'm never going to work in Claremont again.
It'd be fine.
Sure.
Is there shows there?
Pomona's like one of my biggest draws.
There was a Flappers in Claremont for a minute.
Is it really?
Yeah. I did one
Did,
show.
did
I
Pork
headlined
Bun
one
run them
show
out of
at
town?
the Flappers Claremont. And right before I went on stage, I got a notification on my phone, and it was a YouTube comment. And I'm about to walk on. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And the YouTube comment said, "Well, now that I've watched this video, I'm so glad that I didn't use my tickets to see this asshole at Flappers in Claremont." I was like, well, that's great. And I went on stage.
Was it you?
Yeah, some guy literally watched. Some guy
They had like a live
bought
stream?
tickets to my show, then didn't come, then watched a video on YouTube, and then insulted me. And then it was the last thing I saw.
Oh, he
before I-
just watched a video. I thought
yeah.
they had a live stream
No,
of you,
no,
and
no.
he's like, "Wow, he hasn't
No,
even
he
gone
watched
on.
like
I
a
hate
clip
him."
of me and was like, "This guy sucks. I'm so glad I'm not going."
He had time for you though.
Yeah, I know. That's the way I thought about it too, Jason. You're absolutely right.
I mean,
I was like, he took the
think
time
about
to make a comment.
Yeah. Like you,
So,
you're a
Jason,
part of
I
his
feel like
life.
it's 5 years later
From what?
from when we did Talkin Shit.
Was it 5 years
It's
ago?
been 5
Was that
years
when you
since
did
Talkin'
that
Shit.
499th? Has it? Yeah. Wow.
And I don't feel like anything's changed with you at all. You have one more scar on your back.
He didn't have any kids then. Oh yeah.
No, I had one. I
You
had the
had one
boy.
kid.
No, but I don't feel like
You had a baby boy.
you've changed at all. I feel like you are the same exact.
Were you living in Ranchos
Person.
Palos Verdes then?
Like if you
5
went,
years ago, no.
it's
You were in
like you.
Culver.
It's like the world developed, but like you went in a time machine from that day and just came here, and you're like, "Hey, that was yesterday."
As a dog returns to its vomit,
I don't know what that.
I don't
saying
either.
means.
But I do feel like
so
some
does a
people.
man return to his
Some
ways,
people
I
you'd
guess.
be like, "Hey, what have you doing?" And they're like, "Well, I got into jujitsu. I'm a black
yeah, I
belt
do
now."
that. No, black belt. but no.
Are you into jujitsu?
I do jujitsu. Yeah.
With that back,
Yeah, it's surprisingly okay. Like it's like you. I feel better after class.
can we
than
take a
when I-
photo of
How
that
often
scar?
do you do jujitsu?
Twice a week.
Wow.
I need to take a photo of that scar, and I have friends that are orthopedic surgeons.
Well, the one scar that you're making fun of is 30 years old. The other scars.
that doesn't have an excuse. If it was 1,000 years, if we unpacked a
Well, it's
mummy
probably smaller.
and a
It's probably
mummy had
blown
that
out.
scar, I would be like, "Wow,
Yeah.
these fucking people had problems
Yeah,
back
it's
then."
pretty bad.
Jason, it honestly looks like if you said to me, "I fell on a glass table and it cut my back," I'd be like, "Oh, that."
I love that we just Jason, this here, this man does jujitsu twice a week. We're
With
just
a bad back.
we're just skipping over this. You're rolling around,
Yeah.
you're tussling with a man
Yeah.
twice a week.
Yeah. Yeah.
How's that going? What belt are you?
I'm a white belt.
Oh, okay.
Like, I mean,
How long
only
have you been doing this?
just a couple months.
Stretched one.
But I got my son in it, so that's like we both go. So he's got the bully proof stuff. It's the Gracie's. It's cool. It's pretty fucking cool, Joe. You should try it out, man.
I'm down.
Do you
You
think?
come with me, I get a free T-shirt.
Do you think I could beat your son in jiu-jitsu?
I'm like
Yeah,
Kanye.
he's
I'm
6
like
years old.
Kanye West. I'm anti jiu-jitsu.
I don't know any jiu-jitsu though.
I'm vehemently.
You'd be
anti
surprised at how
jiu-jitsu.
much stuff you might know, or like how to do a guillotine choke on somebody or a rear naked choke. Everybody knows that.
Do you ever do that to your son?
No,
Like, are you allowed to spar with him?
I mean I could
He's
help
6.
him with his. He's 6 years old, man. He's like 40-something pounds. Like
I think I could beat him.
I'm sure you could. You couldn't beat his teacher though. She'd kill you.
Could I beat you?
Who's
I
the
mean,
teacher? A chick.
In jujitsu?
Yeah.
If we followed like rules of jujitsu, I don't know. Put your helmet on. Let's find out.
Do you wear a helmet?
Talking shit
This
about
is
taking
this is your
fucking
helmet.
First real.
This is my
leap.
helmet now.
Do you? No, but
This is your helmet right here.
aren't you worried about getting cauliflower ear?
No, I'm not like wrestling cops. Like
Wouldn't it have been great? Wouldn't it have been great if we did the show? We haven't seen Jason. He walks in and he's got 2 huge cauliflower.
Just from doing jujitsu.
The guys,
twice a week.
the hardcore dudes get that shit. The ones that fight and like go for it. But I'm not. I'm there to learn
Didn't
and get in
Steve-O
shape.
have them make cauliflower ear in his ear?
I
Is
don't
that Steve-O that did
It's
that?
disgusting.
I think he had someone.
I
I feel like my ears are
I
really.
wrestled in high school and I still
yeah,
didn't get
fucked
it.
up
I
from
wore
just
my
putting a
headgear
football
though.
helmet on
Like a lot of
repeatedly.
guys on the team though, they got that shit. I like.
Well, that's like surfers. A lot of surfers get surfer ear, which is like the inside of your ear canal grows growths to protect from the wind and the cold. And all the guys I know get it and get drilled out. I haven't gotten it. I might be on my way. The doctor did say she saw some growths in there, but could have been just some wax.
I dig this shit out. I get crunchy shit out of my ear all the time, man.
I didn't want to go there, but let's go.
I just think it's just
When you
wax
say
built-
crunchy,
like it sounds crunchy when you're digging it out.
with a Q-tip.
Well, no,
what color is the
With what?
stuff that comes
Your
out of your
finger?
ears?
I don't know. I don't look at it.
An orangey brown, though, probably.
Yeah. Dark,
No.
dark.
No.
My wife got one of those ear camera things.
Yeah.
It's fucking disgusting.
My
I love that. I love-
my roommate in New York used to walk around with like he'd be like brushing his teeth and he would have 2 Q-tips in his
Idiot.
ears. And they always used to say like, "Don't do that. You could break your eardrum if you fall." We're all out at a bar one night. And he shows up. He's got gauze taped over his ear, and I go, "What happened?" He goes, "I was brushing my teeth, and I tripped and hit the door, and the Q-tip went in and broke his fucking eardrum."
Oh, Jesus
And I'm
Christ.
like, "We told you that was gonna happen." He's like, "Yeah, I don't fucking listen."
One time I was drunk and I was brushing my teeth and Q-tipping my ears at the same time, and then you switch hands accidentally, and then suddenly I was going like this and like doing like that. I was just like
So you're
jamming myself.
toothbrush
in
in your ear,
Yeah, yeah.
and
yeah,
earwax
Q-tipping
in
my
your mouth.
yeah, Q-tipping my mouth,
I don't use Q-tips.
I know.
I let the wax build up. It's supposed to.
and then what happens?
It comes out.
It comes out on its own.
Ugh.
It goes.
But it feels so good to get it out.
You do the ear candle ever?
No, have you done that?
That's
Yeah.
they say that's
That
bullshit.
does nothing. Yeah.
What is it? What is it? What is all that stuff?
It's the wax from the fucking candle.
No, it's not.
Yeah. If you drip a candle of wax in your ear and then pull it out, wax will come out of your ear.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I can feel that pressure. The warm air pressure coming out.
I went to a doctor once who shot. I go, my ear wouldn't unclog, and that happens.
I remember
that's
this.
with your throat.
You're stuck in Amsterdam or some shit.
Yeah,
from
but then
this.
it happened again. I was in Vegas, and Brad Garrett sent me to his friend.
You don't
his
fucking use
doctor.
Q-tips.
So the guy squirts all this hot air in, or hot water in. He goes, "Okay, it's all clean now." He goes, "Can you hear?" I go, "No," because I knew it was in my eustachian tube, and I'm like, "Aren't you a fucking ENT doctor? Like, don't you know that it's down here, not up there?" And he goes, "Well, there's one way I can fix it." He's like, "I can drill a hole in your eardrum." He goes, "You don't like water, do you?" And I'm like, "I think everybody likes water." And he goes, "Like, but you don't like swim a lot." And I go, "Why?" He goes, "You're never going to be able to swim again if I drill this hole.
Who's
But You won't have that congestion.
Well, he's going to just Brad Garrett's
You
ear,
can
nose, and
you
throat
can
guy.
get
He's
to
like,
it through
yeah.
your throat.
No,
though.
Brad said to me, I
Vinny
said,
Boom Bots.
he's
He's
like,
like,
I-
oh, we'll just drill a hole in your head.
he's like, he said, I know a good doctor. Go to this doctor. And the guy apparently does back surgeries too.
Call back.
Call back.
Call back.
Surgery.
You can reach it through your throat. I'll show you after the show.
That's what she said.
Wait, you'll show me. How are you going to get it?
You can back in that way. You can massage it from the other side and make it drain.
Your ear?
You
Yeah.
know, people listen to this show for a good laugh, but a lot of times they learn something.
Yeah.
Jason's going to teach you how to massage your eustachian tubes now.
It's right now. It's hard to do it without gagging, but it's right there. They come right.
Let me see you do it.
If he successfully does it, he'll be a yellow belt.
If you try it, reach in the back of your
First,
throat.
show me how to do it.
I just did. It's legit. Dude.
What happened?
Like I could feel a little pressure in the ear.
Sometimes Jason reminds me so much of my psychotic older brother that it makes me uncomfortable. Whenever he gives me my older brother vibes, I want to leave.
I
give you older brother vibes, really?
Yeah.
Jason-
You remind me a lot of my older brother John, who will just say some shit, and I'm like, I know that's not true. There's no way.
after 499 episodes with Jason, we had our ups and downs. I love you. You know I love you more than anything. Like you
I've
know
never
that.
really taken to you.
But
That's not true. We used to hang out,
We hung out all
motherfucker.
the time.
wait, but let me ask you something. What was the closest you ever came to murdering me? Murder.
Never. I'm not a murderer.
Wait a minute. You came at me with a knife and stabbed a bed.
I came at the bed with a knife. It had nothing to do with you. It was about the bed, if you remember the incident. Jim was
What's the
threatening
maddest you've ever been at Eddie?
What's the maddest you've ever been?
when he made me do Jingle Bells.
Really?
Oh, I was so mad.
Jingle
Michelle-
Bells.
Do you
was
remember
he
how
that
mad
mad?
I was?
When
I was
was
like,
that?
fuck that motherfucker. Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
What episode?
He said he was going to throw me out of the rape cottage if I didn't do Jingle Bells.
No,
Or,
I didn't
or
say
a
Jingle
Christmas
Bells.
album.
I asked you to do. I said I was going to be out of town, and there was no way to get an episode up. The fans needed an episode. It was Christmas time. I said, Jason, go over to my house. I'm in Pittsburgh right now with my family.
I was staying there, dude. I was living there at the
Okay.
moment.
And I said, I'm going to send Ernie down there. I said, you guys are going to record a Christmas episode. All I want you to do, I'll do the intro from where I am. All I want you to do is sing Christmas carols. So I go, learn every Christmas carol. He had like a day to do it. I go, learn every Christmas carol and sing them and play them on. And I go, everybody's going to think there's a joke coming, but there's no joke. It's just going to be 1 hour of you singing Christmas carols. So I turn it on, like when I get the episode, and it's pretty good. He's singing all of them. And he's like, ba-rum-pa-pum-pum. The gifts they gave to him. And he's doing them all. He's like, silent night. And he's going through all of them. And all of a sudden he gets to Jingle Bells. And I can tell, listening, how high he is. And he starts going, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, 1,000 times. He goes over and over and over. Saying,
You recorded. You were in the room with me.
He's changing tone. He's changing inflection. But it's this, as soon as, hey, jingle bells. And there'll be a pause and you think he's done. And then he'll go, jingle bells, jingle. And he sang, it was probably 15 to 20 minutes of Jingle Bells.
And you were mad at him about
I like
that?
you know what TM is, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you can, if you say the same word the same way over and over and over and over again, you eventually burn out the neural pathways and you won't be able to say that word for a minute until they recharge. Like I had that, like that. I got fucked up from singing that so much. I was mad, dude.
It's like
So what were you mad at?
He threatened me with homelessness if I didn't do the singing.
Oh, so you felt like you had to fill
He's like, you have to do this or you're going to be out in the
you were mad.
streets."
You had to fill an hour. So at some point you ran out and you just were I'm going to sing Jingle Bells till the hour's done.
I don't know what, it just clicked. It was just Jingle
He
Bells.
broke you.
And then
tears were coming out of my eyes when I was listening to it. And I was like, this might be the funniest episode we've ever done just because of the joke on it. And the comments that came in were like, every other comment was, this is the funniest thing I've ever heard. And then the next comment will be, I want to fucking kill Jason Auer. I want to fucking stab him in the face, both eyes, in the mouth. If I ever hear fucking Jingle Bells again. And people go, I kept listening thinking there was going to be a joke. There was no fucking joke. It wasn't funny. And he did.
That, by the way, that could be the review for just Eddie talking shit. Historically.
You're supposed
I listened for 1,000 hours. I thought there was going to be a joke. There's never a fucking joke.
You always said be loved or hated, not liked.
Well, you were both. Now I see you're going for like.
Am I going for that middle?
I think you
that
are.
Jason,
Jason, can
you're
I ask
coasting
you,
in your elderly
I need
years.
to ask Jason another. I haven't seen Jason in so long. Have you and your wife had moments where you thought you were getting divorced?
Jason, I had this talk
every
today.
couple feels that way, dude.
No, but I mean like where she's like, I want a divorce. Have you had moments where has she ever like talked to a lawyer?
No, not that I know of.
Have you felt like, oh, she's divorcing me?
I took my wife to dinner last night.
I know Eddie's wife has thought about divorcing me.
I took my wife to dinner last night and I made the reservation. I got the babysitter. I just felt like I needed to because she does so. My wife's like amazing and does so much. And she's like, all my friends think you're cheating on me. And I go, why? She goes, because you like. They're like, why is he taking you to dinner? This isn't like.
Oh, just because he took her to dinner.
They're like, he's about to tell you something. And so the whole way at dinner, she's like, you're not. And I'm like, no, God.
Oh my
no.
God,
And
dude.
I'm like, I'm just trying to have a nice time. And she's like, okay. My friends were like, why is he being nice?
Where did you take her to dinner?
Just someplace in Santa Monica. Nothing special.
Nothing
And I was
special.
like, no, but I was like,
Chipotle.
no, it was some Italian restaurant. I should say, because it wasn't fucking
What
good.
was that cafe that was like all about love on Rose? It was like cafe.
Rose Cafe.
No, that's old school. Thank you.
Gratitude.
There you go.
Are you a vegan?
Doug.
No.
No, but
That was
I
a- that was
remember
a-
when that thing came in.
That was a vegan place.
Yeah. And you had to talk
And they
about
had
your
like
feelings.
They had
to
like a
get food.
$23 mint chocolate chip smoothie. I remember I'd get it. It tasted good, but I was like, what the fuck?
Wasn't Jason Mraz like an owner of that place? That's what I heard.
Really?
Yeah.
He used to come in to remember what was that spot that I worked at for a minute where
All of them?
next to the other room. Remember that guy?
Do you remember when I got you fired from the
I
one
love
spot?
the other room. That's gone now.
That was the best.
Did you get me fired?
Yeah. And you were mad at first, but then it was fun when I told all the fans where you worked and they started yelping.
That's right. It was like this horrible French-owned fucking.
I remember that one.
You weren't allowed to talk.
Let me-
It's where Epoxy Boxy used to be. Remember the production studios on the corner of Venice and Abbott?
Moxie?
This,
Oh,
this
yeah,
is
yeah.
the best. This is the best.
Lemonade?
He was like,
No, across the street.
Jason got really, he's like, don't fuck this up.
I
blah,
remember
blah, blah.
this.
So I told the fans where he worked and I would like, I would like
forgot about
allude
this.
to it on the show. And then maybe I made him slip and say it or whatever. And they just bombarded the Yelp with it.
Yeah,
And
I got-
Jason calls me and he's like, dude, the owner wants it fucking taken down now. Tell the people, get on the show and tell the people to delete their posts. They're yelping the shit out of the place. So then somehow he like keeps his job. And I walk in and he keeps telling me, I hate this place, blah, blah, blah. I walk
It
in
was a shithole,
one day to
man.
get something to eat and he's behind the counter and he goes, I'm ready to go. Sick the fans.
You weren't allowed to talk to each other at work. I'd never seen that before. Like where you're in the kitchen, you're working as a fucking barista, and you're like, we're not really allowed to have like casual conversations with each other.
Shitheads are amazing. They were writing stuff like the poached eggs were great, except the waiter, the big guy named Jason, put his dick on my shoulder.
That's his signature move.
Comments
How do you
like
get
that.
20%?
And it was like everyone was like worse than that. And Jason's like, the owner knows who you are, and he's ready to sue.
Oh, that was awesome. Looking back, that was great. That was
It
fantastic.
was when you used to get mad. I'm like, Jason,
But when you're on the rope and you're trying to get to the other side of the fucking platform, it sucks.
do you know that video that I sent you the other day when I was in Las Vegas? Do you know what that was?
No.
I sent you a video, and I go, do you know where this is?
I didn't understand it.
It's where you got punched in the stomach.
Oh, and it was the Napoleon room.
Yeah.
Dude, that guy was such a big fucking strong dude. I saw stars when he hit me.
That's the guy who ran naked across my stage.
He was
In
a
Vegas.
beast.
No, in Tahoe, he ran naked, and then he ran naked
He was
somewhere
an
else.
NCAA Division I football player, dude. He was so big. He carried me up the fucking stairs at the casino.
I used to love.
That guy was so
I
big.
used to love when guys would streak my show, and it happened so many times. And then I would always go, "Stop doing it. The clubs are getting mad. Don't do it anymore."
Do it to me, guys.
I'll
be in Plano, Texas.
No, but no, when you ask for it, they don't. You have to go, don't. Listen, I'm serious. I don't want anyone streaking my shows anymore.
Yeah, definitely don't streak my shows in Plano, Texas.
The guy in Wilmington was the fucking best. There was this guy. It all started. I'm in Wilmington and I'm doing shows. And after the show, this guy was like crazy, like that fun, crazy guy. And he was like friends of friends. And they're like, he's out of fucking control. And I was like, you won't run around this parking lot, like do a lap around the block naked. He's like, oh yeah. And I'm like, I forget what his name was. I was like, the old Billy will do it. Where's the old Billy that we know?
That's the best way to get somebody
and
good.
The
old Billy was the best. The new Billy, shit.
And he just straight takes his clothes off and starts running around the block. And we're all dying laughing. The whole crowd's outside afterwards. So the next year I'm back and I've totally forgotten about him. I'm on stage at the Dead Crow in Wilmington, and there's stairs up the top. There's a door at the top and a door down at the bottom. And I go, oh yeah. Somebody like brings it up or something. And I go, oh yeah, you were here last year when that guy ran naked around the block, blah, blah, blah. And little do I know, the person knows him and they text him and they're like, hey, remember that comedian? He's here again. He, from wherever he was, he leaves his party, takes a cab to the comedy club, walks in the front door, takes his clothes off, hands them to the waitress and goes, can you take these to the other side of the room? And she goes, no. And he goes, here's $20. And she goes, okay. So she takes his clothes to the other side of the room. And I'm on stage and all of a sudden he just comes running through and going, Eddie! And just fucking right through the room, gets his clothes and he's gone. And that's when it all started. And I told the story on the show. And then every week I'd go to a club and fucking somebody would come on the stage and
commit a felony.
No, it got weird. It got
you get like the most fans on Megan's Law.
I would say we did like Legion of Skanks. Would say now, when I first did Legion of Skanks, it was the end of Talkin Shit. And they told me I was the most, when I did it, Luis Gomez said, hey, you've been like our most requested guy to do the show. And I was like, oh, that's probably because all the shitheads have gone over to Legion of Skanks.
Yeah, you guys have all the shitheads.
And they absorbed all the shitheads. I don't know where the shitheads are now. I think they've
kind of the Dirty Sports podcast.
Do a lot of them?
Yeah, I really appreciate that.
Did you absorb a lot of them?
Oh yeah, monsters, all of them.
It was a unique crowd that followed Talking Shit, man.
Yeah,
I was actually in genuine fear of my life.
Mostly pedophiles, honestly.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, he was with me when the one dude really scared me. Remember?
Which guy?
The dude in Minneapolis.
I wasn't there. Oh, you're talking about Avery?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I was off the tour by then.
Oh, but he hated you, but then he turned it on me.
Yeah, he hated my guts. He's dead.
I know.
Yeah, he's dead now.
He's dead?
Yeah, he's not with us.
Is he the one that was sending me pictures of guns and
by
shit?
By the way, that shows you, don't hate me. You know, bad things come.
True. He did threaten.
Not a lot of dirtballs
have
me
a lot, and then he offed himself. But
he killed himself?
Yeah.
Did he or did he OD?
See, that's the first thing.
Which was it?
I don't know.
I think it was kind of the same.
He didn't like me, so fuck him.
Oh, Joe.
One way or the other, he's dead. One less.
He didn't make him not a prick that he's dead.
He would send me tweets like, "If you
think about that, like
if you come to Minneapolis, you're not going to live to see tomorrow."
He could have been a horrible person.
What?
Like
he was a funny guy, though.
Was he?
Avery was funny. He fell off the bingo bus.
No, there's another guy who fell off the bingo bus in Oregon. Remember?
I don't remember that.
That guy.
You guys ever like tabulate how many lawsuits you've dodged through the years?
It's amazing.
Like
it's
the fact that you haven't been jailed or sued massively.
I think the person with the most lawsuits is you.
Why? I'm a ghost. I'm nobody. I just show up and then I go home and.
But you could have.
What could I have done?
You had lawsuits against everyone. You were physically assaulted how many times?
By fans?
And guests.
they assaulted me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't assault anybody. I could sue, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm talking about you motherfuckers getting
I didn't do
sued.
shit.
No, we're just
People
talking about,
falling off our bus.
right. But I'm saying that if we were going to get sued, it probably would have been by you.
Yeah.
How many times do you think you got hit in the first 400?
Well, I mean, there was a price tag on it.
By the way, somebody just Venmo'd me for being on your show right now.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I just got a Venmo. Welcome back to Talking Shit.
That means they're watching.
By the way, I'm at Joe Praino on Venmo for all the shitheads who have missed me so thoroughly.
We need to get Jason an Uber. This is what we're working
fuck
on.
Jason.
No.
I need money. Jason's
need
got a
money.
wife. Jason's got a wife and
Are you
children.
fucking kidding me?
I couldn't afford one child, let alone 2 children, let alone live in Palos Verdes. I live in a guest shack.
You think we
behind
can
Eddie
afford what we have, bro?
Yeah, fuck. Honestly, send me your Venmos at Joe Praino. Just put fuck Jason and send me money.
And say fuck Joe and send me that.
Yeah,
money.
yeah. If
Fuck Joe.
honestly,
I'm gonna make a Venmo right now.
Absolutely. If you're one of the
Just a fucking begging
if you're
show.
one of the random people in the world who like Jason Auer more than me, definitely say
I might
fuck
be
Joe
I
and
might
send
be
money
at
to Jason.
fuck Joe before this episode's over. Hold on.
Honestly, this is the best thing ever. It should be hashtag fuck Jason when you Venmo me and fuck Joe and then Venmo me. Let's see who makes more money in the next month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck
But
on.
I have a feeling fuck Joe is some like QAnon
Yeah.
campaign.
Yeah.
Where one goes, fuck Joe.
Yeah.
Let's
go, Brandon.
Is your family in QAnon?
No, they're just
Close.
right wingers. They've all been sucked in by the
church.
The whole fucking that whole side just it's like the road just fell into the river. There used to be like a road there that we could go visit those people on. It's gone.
What's the river?
Ah, fuck Joe.
See, Joe, we had it going.
See, fuck Joe.
Do you remember?
Staring contest.
Yeah, we did staring contests all the time.
Yeah.
It's making me uncomfortable.
You ever do one with him?
Oh,
it's so hard to beat him. Try it right now. Try to do it. Here we go. Staring contest. Joe and Jason. See what I mean?
Blank?
You can't. You've lost already, Joe.
Why?
You're
by
not allowed
talking?
to talk. Just stare at him. If you smile, you lose. Look at him. He looks like a fucking murderer. There's no way you can beat him. Look, you're already. He lost. I've never seen him lose. I've never seen him lose. No one. Ooh, stop. Just stop. No, I can't take it. Ooh, it's so fucking creepy. You already lost. You giggled.
I just stopped looking at him.
You know how you get good. You know how you get good at that.
What?
You do it by yourself. Did you miss me, Eddie?
I feel like
More than you'll ever know.
I feel like the first time Jason was probably 32, 33 years old.
When he had his first staring contest
No. The first time he actually made a woman come. And
I was 25.
and he was laying next to her and he goes, "You know how you get good at that, right? You do it by yourself."
So do you practice staring contests?
Not
in the mirror?
anymore. When I was a kid, I did.
You did?
Yeah. Anything you do like up into puberty, you get really good at, right?
That's like the difference between me and everybody who's ever been on the show. Like when I was like a teenager, I was like shooting free throws, and Jason was just staring at himself in the mirror.
I lived in
Trying to
Range, New
win-
Hampshire.
trying to
We
win
didn't
a
even have a
staring
back.
contest
There
with
was no.
himself.
You try playing basketball in a dirt driveway with roots.
I was so worried that he peaked with lime or hazelnuts for the new lima bean. I didn't know.
It's never. It takes.
Is this Talking Shit episode 500? By the way,
Are
like,
we-
how are we doing this?
Are we recording?
It's all like 499.1, .01, .02.
This is Talking Shit Redux. That's a good question. Machete, do you think
Is it
Is this
episode
Talking
1?
Shit
Is this
Redux
episode one?
It's episode 1.
500.
It's like-
you really think 500? It's like we never left?
Rogan's at like what 200?
Yeah, you got to catch that bitch.
Yeah, but I feel like if we started 500, everybody's gonna be like, wow, you have an unsuccessful podcast after 500 episodes. But if we start from 1, it's brand new.
Everybody likes the smell of a new thing.
That's a great idea. We count down.
You should do episode 500 and then do episode 499.
It's like talking buttons.
Go back down to 0.
Look, this is gonna get so sad when we have to quit.
It'd be like a little baby
Knowing
at
us,
the end.
But then hopefully you're so successful that you're in the negatives. Talking shit, -7, -8.
What do you think?
I don't know.
Jason's like, I'm still having a staring
I
contest.
say you just start at 1.
Well, you should do a podcast called the Jason Hour Staring Contest, where you bring a guest on and you guys just stare, and then it's over.
It'd have to be video.
No, I think it's better if it's audio.
Just audio.
And go.
Do you remember Crosstalk?
Yeah.
I loved Crosstalk.
That was like dizzying. But there's not enough people in here to do it.
We can do it in the next episode.
Yeah, you have to have at least 4 people
When
to do
people start, do you remember it?
Yeah.
People start talking too much. We'd all just talk over each other, and when we would be talking, I would say the worst things because no one can hear them.
All canceled.
But if Ernie would isolate my audio, I'd go to prison for the things I said.
Jason, what was your favorite episode of Talking Shit ever?
Favorite ever?
Ever.
I know it is, but I can't say it.
She was okay. Leilani Lay was way cooler.
Leilani was. Kaylani, not
Leilani.
You just made her
It's
into
all
a
the same.
luau girl.
I don't know. Leilani, Kaylani.
Oh,
She was a
porn
sweetheart.
star?
She was very
great.
nice.
I got a
porn
text
star?
from her one day, randomly. She's like, I'm in your audience in Las Vegas or something. I'm here with my boyfriend. And I was like, she's like, I want to hang out with you. Come meet my boyfriend. This was like a year ago or something. And I forgot, and I got off stage and she was gone. And I was like, oh, I missed seeing Kaylani.
She was a nice person.
Was she a
But
porn
my
star?
favorite episode ever?
No one answered me. Who's Kaylani? Was she a porn star?
Yes, she was a
Okay.
porn star.
Okay.
She was.
Speaking of porn stars,
Yeah.
the boss is here.
Boss is in the
Yeah.
building?
Have you met Greg yet?
No. Greg, I feel like there's a mic here.
Greg.
You should get on the mic here. We should meet Greg.
First, I need to tell the fans
I'm Jason.
who Greg
Nice
is.
to meet you.
These two are going to bond
you
like
gonna come in
no
here, man?
one
You can
ever in the world.
Coming in?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I got to tell the whole story.
I don't know how that works.
You weren't with me when I met Greg.
No.
Okay, so
Greg?
Yeah.
Joe.
Joe, good to meet you.
Greg, we got a new guest on the show right now. Is that mic hot? Okay. So, we got to start the next episode soon too.
Yes.
Yeah. The other guys. Is Jamie here?
Are you going to
Was
stream
Jamie
again?
Kennedy outside? Did you see him?
Yeah.
Oh, Jamie is here. All right, we got to close this one up. But I briefly want to talk about Greg because Greg is our biggest supporter here, who's owner of the studio and who is letting us do the show in his former addiction center. And when I met Greg, I was telling Doug his, are you nephew? Yeah. Doug's the nephew. Doug, I was like, he's like, how'd this happen? He's like, how'd you meet Greg? I'm like, I called him. I go, and he was nice. I go, most people you call, you pitch an idea. They're like, and Greg was like, this sounds awesome. And I was like, oh, we're going to get along. And then I proceeded to ask him, or he said, the first thing he said to me, he goes, I know a lot of your friends. And I said, why? And he goes, well, you're a comedian and this is, I own an addiction. So either they've been through here or they need to go through.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Jason, Greg can take care of you.
Well, I mean, I found my own path, my man.
All right, you fucking shitheads. It's
Oh.
9:30.
I know. We
I
just,
said 9:30.
is Jamie out there?
Was that?
Is Jamie Kennedy here?
He's not coming.
Oh,
Just accept that.
Chris is such a hater, man. I love
I've
it.
been in movies and I'm here. How about thank you?
By the way, it is 9:30 on the dot.
Chris
Wild
Wild
was
could
outside.
not
It was
wait.
Call
It was
time.
like New
Call
Year's
it.
Eve. It was like
told,
the time
he told me
test-
he told me 9:30.
Listen, we're talking to Greg right now, and
I
he's,
know.
he's
Eddie,
a lot.
uh,
I'm pretty
Chris
sure
is
it's
outside.
Greg.
3,
You're embarrassing
2,
yourself.
1. It's 9:30.
Like Jamie Kennedy's here. Is there parking outside?
I don't know, dude.
This was a addiction center.
Yeah,
Are you putting booze in there, bro?
you put the dick in addiction center.
He's here.
He's there.
Chris
can't
Wilde.
believe. By the way, Chris, are you as offended as I am that they've split us on different episodes? Why?
We're on the same. What are you talking about? Are we
He's
not
on here
recording?
right now. Here he
Is
is.
this the hiatus?
This is the we're about to end this
I hate
episode.
That's
I hate
Ernie's
that.
job. You're putting Ernie out of a fucking job.
Drooping.
Let him do
It's
it.
drooping.
Just leave it
Classic.
be. Just leave it be, JD.
Is that? Can he park right there? There's oh,
There's a parking space right in front, and then the McDonald's parking lot is right next door.
all right. I don't know what's happening, but we're gonna end it. We'll talk to Greg in the next episode because we got to end.
Well,
this one.
thank you guys for having me.
Joe. You were great. Thanks for doing it.
If you hate Jason, Venmo me.
Yeah, really.
If you hate Jason Auer, Venmo me.
Well, I won't Venmo you because I love Jason Auer.
I love Jason.
But I love you, so do I Venmo Jason Auer?
Yeah,
They're having a Venmo.
Yes.
They're having a Venmo
We're having a
competition.
Venmo war.
Just leave the
Fuck
mic
Joe.
alone.
Fuck Jason. Fuck Joe.
If you like both me and Jason, Venmo Greg.
Greg is got a great history. We'll bring him on and talk to him on the next episode
On the next episode
with Chris Wilde.
of Talkin
That'll
Shit.
be will that be 498 or
It's
will
gonna
it be
be
502?
492.
Is this two?
492.2.
Have we decided what we're doing?
No, we haven't.
I think we should go down.
Negative.
That's I vote go down.
I vote that we start all over.
Okay.
At one?
How about if
We're
we
going
just
at
give
one.
every episode a color name
Oh yeah.
instead?
Why do you keep touching the mic?
Why?
Because I want to get in there.
You feel like you're
Just
running out of
stop
colors,
touching
but
the
if you go to
mic.
Home Depot, you realize
He was on
everyone's
fire.
not
You
colors.
missed him, Chris. He was on
I've
fire.
never touched-
I guess I'll just have to take your word for it because I'm not getting past the paywall. I will never listen. I promise you that.
You know what? Now, at the 20-minute mark is when the free is over and you have to pay. At 21 minutes, every episode, we start talking about Chris Wilde.
I'll never know. I'll never
ring
know.
another bell, and that's
Yeah,
when we
yeah.
talk about Chris. That right there means talk about Chris.
I am way too high for this wallpaper. Holy
All right.
shit.
Well, that's your guest next week. So make sure you listen, pay attention, check out
Sure.
Joe. Don't even look at Joe's stuff. Just Venmo him at Joe
Yeah, at Joe Praino.
Show.
Or come see me in Plano.
Plano, Texas. He's going to be there
Plano.
New Year's Eve.
Or as Asians would say, Plano.
Are you there Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Oh,
Thanksgiving.
big week
Some
in
modern
Plano.
comedy there, buddy.
You can check out all my dates at Ifft.com.
You liked it.
Jason, what do you have to plug? They'll be vacuuming.
Your back end.
The show you just listened to.
Yeah, this show. Yeah, fuck Joe. There you go.
I'd like that this is happening.
Wow, this just ended like
Awkward. It always ends
more than
awkward.
awkward. Just Ernie, just pull the plug.
Good night, everybody.